hands down, but makes the catch, the captain. Signals to the crowd, and a very, very happy bowler. So that's the second down. Ireland 34 for 2.
Well, you're not.
We've caught Afghan on lamb for 14. That's been for Ireland. Number 72. Niall O'Brien. Come on, get here.
So, both Ireland and William Porterfield will be very disappointed with that. To be caught in that position, the stage, probably not to William's liking, but it's brought Niall O'Brien to the wicket. Over 100 matches, vast experience, and of course has spent some time in here with us, Peter, so he will be very anxious to make a contribution today. Of that there's no doubt. And here we see it again, just not quite to the pitch of the ball, and eventually the Afghan skipper taking the catch.
And juggled catch there by the skipper. Aftab seems to have that ball where it just comes out the side, just out of the side of his hands, just seems to take a very bit of subtle pace off it.
So Mujib, okay, we'll have a look at this just to see. It just seemed a little bit, you're absolutely right, Peter, just a little bit of a roll of the fingers.
Just a scrambled scene.
Oh, and that's terrible fielding again by the skipper. So from a fortuitous catch, that's 2 or 3 pieces of misfielding now from the skipper. So you do, as a skipper, want to be leading by example, and you can see he's clearly apologising to his troops. He should have done a lot better than that.
Yeah, big test here from Ireland now. 2 down, 34 for 2. Bit of a rebuilding going on. They're not going to head too much in this game so far.
And trademark Balbirnie now, fantastic executor of that sweep shot, and he's used it really well during this series to rotate the strike. And we spoke,
it's almost been his go-to shot to get him out of keep the strike rotating, keep the scoreboard ticking.
It's the sort of thing, funny enough, that's one of the areas of space Afghanistan have offered Andrew Balbirnie throughout this series. I just wonder, Peter, your thoughts on whether, you know, in a form of attack they might close off that area. Obviously we see deep square going back, maybe bring that square leg in, and that last sweep went in the air. It's obviously one of the risks of the horizontal bat, and actually now they have adopted a square leg.
Yeah, and he's in that catching position there, Alan, as you quite rightly suggested. Early on to Andy Balbirnie.
And it's 38 for 2 at the end of the 10th.
Our signals the end of the first power play. Ireland are 38 for 2.
So we're going to have another change. Donald Dent, Gulbadin,
A little bit of hang down.
And here's the power play. Stirling falling early, and again some nice shots. Balbirnie in a rich vein of form, which that Andre suggested. And here the wicket, fantastically caught in the end by the skipper. Oh yes, that looked absolutely plumb, and Niall O'Brien is gone. It's 3 down.
He seemed to try to play a bit too square in that one, Alan. Trying to hit it mid-wicket. Paid the price, just came across, the ball's gone through him, as we see here. High, but he's not the tallest of men, so every chance that was going on to hit the bails at the very least.
And that's 38 for 3 Ireland.
Ireland's third wicket falls. Niall Brien was LBW to Balbirnie for 1. New batsman for Ireland is number 21, Simi Singh.
So that's 3 down now for Ireland, and Simi Singh comes to the wicket. 1 up from where he was, having batted so well at 6 to guide Ireland to victory in the second of this 3-match series, and a growing career for Simi Singh in terms of where he might bat, and I think in terms of seeing the end of Niall O'Brien. We'll see here. The only thing that might have saved him was height. But you could, cricketing terms, as Peter alluded to, he's not a big man, and looked out to us. Certainly
on the angle there.
Dublin, of course.
Yeah, and that innings I feel would have done him a lot of good. As you say, it's early in his career. At 5 today.
Number
So Ireland now in a real tricky position at 39 for 4, and in the last 11 balls from a period of command, they've lost 3 wickets.
Focus on the Afghan spinners in this series, Alan.
In a real bit of
their seamers have mostly gone under the radar, but they've certainly fronted up this morning. It's something that Ireland really hasn't had too much to contend with, has been the Afghan seamers.
An innings of resilience was needed.
They've put the ball in some lovely areas, and they've got the rewards.
And no surprise that we see field altered to 7-2. We've just got fine leg and mid-on the onside. And that's cracking shot from Kevin O'Brien to get off the mark, short, outside off stump. back to the boundary. 43 for 4, Ireland in 11. So there's the scorecard, and as Peter alluded to, it's the seamers who've done the damage today, not spin, even though Mujib is continuing. 2 for Aftab and 2 for Gulbadeen. So here you can see Kevin O'Brien. So there's never the scorecard, to miss an opportunity, and as Peter alluded to, it's the seamers who've done the damage today, not spin. Beautifully to the boundary. Mujib is continuing. Great shot from Kevin O'Brien and 2 for Gulbadeen. So here you can see Kevin O'Brien, never one to miss an opportunity. Short and wide, and dispatched beautifully to the boundary. Great shot from Kevin O'Brien. Interesting here, Peter, a squeeze field. Here's the 3 wickets.
Yes, William Porterfield just getting his hands out too far in front of him there. Drove that one to the skipper, who took a tumbling catch. Niall O'Brien trying to play a bit too square to a straight one.
Oh yes, my boy.
And now the third of those quick wickets to fall on to Balbirnie. Just getting tempted into a loose drive. Nicked off to the keeper. Ireland in all sorts of trouble here. And now the third of those quick wickets to fall on to Balbirnie.
So
just getting tempted into a loose
squeeze
drive.
field. Surprising not to see a bit more pressure on Simi Singh with
Ireland
close
in
catches.
all sorts of trouble here.
Surprised not to see a slip.
And now the third of those quick wickets to fall on to Balbirnie.
Different direction
Just
here.
getting tempted into a loose drive.
Surprising not to see a bit more pressure on Simi Singh with close catches. Surprised not to see a slip.
And now the third of those quick wickets to fall on to Balbirnie.
Different direction
here. Tempted into a loose drive.
Surprising not to see a bit more pressure on Simi Singh with close catches.
Cut off that easy single. Say to Simi, have a go overhead. 4 wickets down. You want to take a chance on another one? We'll quite happily give you that space.
End of the 12th, Ireland 43 for 4. So, Gulbadeen continues, no surprise.
We've rotated the bowlers quite well this morning, Alan.
Not happy. It's my bat. We all had those moments when we were young, Peter. You're not playing with my bat.
It's my bat and it's my ball. My rules.
And I'm never out.
That's castled the stumps.
So a single to Kevin O'Brien, eased away on the leg side. So no surprise to see 2 slips to Gulbadeen, getting that little bit of away movement, Peter.
Yeah, he's just bowled nicely in the channel this morning. Really asked questions of the Iron batsman. Got his rewards.
again, I spoke earlier in the series about the value of the strong shots, and this is a very good example from Simi Singh. Again, getting up on his toes in the back foot and forcing the ball through extra cover beautifully.
Quite similar to Kevin O'Brien's shot in the last over. Kevin a bit more power, hit it a bit square and got the boundary reward, but same Simi up on top of his toes, in control. Punching it nicely.
He's easing to the task now. I hope it's, from an Irish perspective, it's not another commentator's curse, but looking much more settled at the crease now. And I think, you know, there's players who sometimes are to the manner born in international cricket, but, you know, having been through it ourselves, Peter, sometimes it takes others a bit longer to adapt. And if you have faith and you believe in someone's ability as a player... Oh, and that's terrible fielding again from Afghanistan. Rashid Khan the culprit this time, and the skipper will have nothing really to say because he's been part of the problem, but Ireland getting away with a bit of murder here.
It's very sloppy fielding there from Khan. Afghanistan really have the squeeze on Ireland, and that's not the kind of thing you want to see when you're on top. You really want to hammer your advantage home, and the more you see that, Alan, the more disappointing it gets.
Well, it's reminding me a wee bit of Ireland's fielding in the first match, and probably Ireland have been handed 15 runs here from Afghanistan with some relatively simple stops, which they haven't done. Ireland will be grateful to have reached 50. And that's at the end of the 13th, 50 for 4. Interesting to see the captain take the helmet. It was something we were speaking about earlier, Peter. So, short leg coming in to Kevin O'Brien.
Yeah, they're just putting that extra bit of pressure on Ireland now. Really putting the squeeze on. Worth noting, Afghanistan were 16 for 4 on Wednesday, Alan. Ireland 39 for 4.
And that's really trademark Kevin O'Brien in terms of, if it's there, no matter who it is, when it is, he'll go for it, and that's precisely what he's done. Superb shot.
He's powered that down the ground, Alan. Out of the back of the hand from Mujib. Kevin's just gratefully accepted it, muscled it over mid-off, who has now gone back.
I think when you're batting, and again against spin, the sooner you get mid-off and mid-on back, Peter, it becomes so much easier. And in risk and reward, well worth it.
Yeah, people like our ex-coach Eddie Burrell always talked about taking that calculated risk, getting those two guys back. Makes the game a lot easier as a batsman, especially against quality spin like Mujib. If you have that down the ground to keep things ticking over, certainly worth the risk, Alan.
And again, that's an ideal example, what you talked about, Peter, down the ground. And here's an example of some of the fielding. And there's 2 runs for Ireland. And again, the captain should have really got down to that. And even worse there, Peter.
Yeah, they've certainly not helped their own cause this morning, Alan.
I think you'd be disappointed if your club 11 did that, Peter.
Yes, absolutely. Let alone international cricketers. Ireland keeping the thing ticking over now.
End of the 14th, Ireland 55 for 4.
Put that in my head because I'll say it. He's on the pitch.
So it's Gulbadine to continue, and to continue for you in the commentary box, it's Andrew Leonard and Bazid Khan.
Thank you, Alan. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bazid. Quick single for O'Brien. Could have been close. Singh had to get the afterburners on to get through to get that single, Bazid. Just have a quick look at this.
Yeah, direct hit would have been very interesting. Maybe just made it, but type of urgency Ireland require. Lost 4 wickets already. Kevin O'Brien looking solid so far, but to get to that 200 or 180, just a far way away. But this is exactly what Afghanistan in that previous game did. They had a really poor start, but they managed to rally around and get to something decent, and this is what Ireland have to hope for.
Yeah, very similar starts both days in the last 2 one-day internationals, the Gulbahar Cup here. Afghanistan were reduced for 16 for 4 by Tim Murtagh, and Ireland in all sorts of bother at 39 for 4, so early wickets. Pulled by Singh, beautiful stroke into the outfield. That's going to run away for a boundary 4. Fine batting from Simi Singh.
Confidence from the day before. Got his side over the line, batted well. Would have given him a lot of confidence. Just the fact that he was there till the end. Picked up the length. Too short. Full shot in control. And looks in form.
He knew there was no man in that deep square leg, Singh. It's going to be a wide. Well taken by Mohammad Shahzad. The 2 men outside the circle at the moment, only a deep fine leg and a third man. Everyone else in the ring.
It is the period where the Afghans are looking to squeeze the Irish batsmen. They're on top, they've got 4 wickets. And why not? But maybe just Gulbadine trying a little too hard. He's been terrific this spell. Just need to maintain that.
He has been terrific, but he's also been expensive. He's gone for 27 already. Hasn't even got to his 5th over yet. Are we surprised by Ireland's decision at the toss? Irish captain William Porterfield choosing to bat. Was that perhaps influenced by the threat of the Afghan spinners in the second innings?
Well, batting has been the problem for both sides. Not just Ireland, it's been the Afghans who struggled to come to terms with the pitch.
Pulled again by Singh. That's going to beat the man at mid-wicket. Asghar Afghan, the captain, is chasing after that. They might be able to get through for 3. Singh runs through for 3. He'll make his ground. Good running by the Irish pair.
A little too short again, Gulbadine, and fielding hasn't been too flash from the Afghans today. But Simi Singh looking good. So on to that quickly. Placed it well. But this should just have been 2. A little bit of confusion. Captain and Rashid Khan. But yeah, because the batting has failed and not lived up to standard, they reckon that batting first with a lot less pressure, less scoreboard pressure.
Pulled by O'Brien. There's no man at deep square leg. That's going to be 4 more runs and wickets coming to plenty this morning. Glorious stroke by Kevin O'Brien. Ireland on the counter-attack here. The end of the 15th over. It's 68 for 4. That's the most expensive over of the innings so far from Gulbadeen-Nabe. Boundary from Kevin O'Brien pulled away to make it 14 off the over. And we're going to have the main man, the man I referred to as a phenom on Wednesday, the fastest man in the history of one-day international cricket to 100 wickets. It's Rashid Khan. He might have taken a bit of a blow in the field, but that didn't stop him getting his hands on the ball and saying, "Captain, I want to bowl."
And this will be a test for Kevin O'Brien. He didn't pick him in that second ODI, nicked one to slip. This one too short. Kevin O'Brien, too good a player to miss out. Punched it through the leg side.
Yeah, it was pulled nicely by O'Brien. Actually behind square, although there was a man out at deep fine leg. Nobody at deep square, perhaps surprisingly, with that length that Gulbadeen bowled in that over. But it's going to be a different challenge now for the Irish batsman as Rashid Khan is into the attack from the city end.
Yeah, Kevin didn't pick him in that second ODI, nicked one to slip, got away with that, and then got LBW with the googly. So it'll be a test here. How well does he play against Rashid Khan?
Full from Rashid Khan, driven. There is cover sweeper for Rashid Khan. I think he really got done. It might not have even been the googly, but it skidded on and kept low, and he got trapped on the back foot.
Yeah, skidded on. He missed just a length, but both edges of the bat were beaten. First, the outside edge.
Big appeal from Khan, surely outside the line. And given not out by umpire Alan Neil, rightly so.
Outside the line, and a big stride in from Simi Singh. It was the googly, but made sure he got well outside the off stump.
The appealing from the Afghans in this series has been vociferous, to say the least, hasn't it?
It's always going to be with the spinners on and all that, but just on Kevin O'Brien, that previous game, this was the googly that actually got him out, but previous to that he got that outside edge, it went to slip. So in actual fact he beat both edges or got a nick in 2 deliveries.
Big appeal this time, given. That's the 5th wicket. O'Brien falls to Rashid Khan. LBW again for the 2nd time in 2 innings. Afghanistan right on top, and Ireland in a huge spot of bother now at Stormont.
It's the googly again. Kevin O'Brien trying to turn this to the leg side and gets hit right in front. He's not picked that, or maybe just overcompensating, trying to go towards that offside. And yet again, Rashid Khan gets his man. He's out for 16, 71 for 5.
Kevin O'Brien was LBW Rashid Khan for 16. The new batsman for Ireland, number 14, Gary Wilson.
Welcome back here to Stormont in Belfast, Northern Ireland, for the third and deciding Gulbahar Cup one-day international. A fifth wicket has fallen, and Gary Wilson is the new man to the crease at number 7. It is 99th one-day international. Batting average of 24 and a strike rate of 72. Just having a slight pause in play here. And Ireland in all sorts of bother here. Afghanistan right in the ascendancy. 71 for 5 the score now. Kevin O'Brien done by Rashid Khan's googly. And LBW to the phenomenon that is Rashid Khan for the second time in 2 games. We are going to be back with you in a little bit. We're going to have a drinks break here in Stormont. Ireland 71 for 5.
There's a drinks break here in this third one-day international sponsored by Gulbahar Construction. Ireland after 16 overs are 71 for 5.
Welcome back after the drinks break to Stormont. Ireland in all sorts of bother. 71 for 5, half their wickets gone. Rashid Khan taking a wicket in his first over. It's going to be a trial by spin now for Ireland, as Mujib Rahman's going to come into the attack. 2 wickets for Aftab Alam, 2 for Gulbadeen Naib, and a wicket in his first over for Rashid Khan. It's going to be Mujib back into the attack from the Dundonald end. He's going to be bowling to Simi Singh. Ireland in huge trouble here this morning.
Story of the ODI so far. But now just the Afghans looking to close this innings out. They've got Mujib back on to bowl and they're looking for another wicket. A lot of chat around. Shazad suggesting, yeah, 71 for 5, and maybe just trying to put a little more pressure on the island.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that pressure is going to build on Simi Singh. He's a man in just his 10th one-day international. He was impressive here on Wednesday. He helped Ireland get over the line to square the series, but he is inexperienced at this level. He's 31, but he's very young in his Irish career. And Afghanistan are trying to apply that pressure by bringing a short leg in, the helmet coming onto the field. He's not that close at short leg, but we have a short leg catching now.
To his credit, he's looked quite secure against the spinners. He's got his own way of tackling the spin. Today he's looked much more confident. Tight defence from Simi Singh, and all hopes with him. Again, the googly. Kevin McBrine has difficulty picking Rashid Khan. We've seen that already in this series. And just walked across with that googly.
Yeah, O'Brien was trapped on the crease in misfield, a short fine leg by Najibullah. Surprising, one of the best fielders in this Afghan squad. Scamper through for a single. He was trapped absolutely plumb, LBW. There's no doubt about that. See this misfield here. A little bit sloppy from Afghanistan in the field. They've been spot on the money with the ball. By their high standards that their fielding coach John Mooney expects, they'll be disappointed. The short leg is switching to slip now for Gary Wilson, but he's keeping his helmet on. It's the Afghan captain at slip. That's the end of the 17th over. Ireland now 72 for 5. $17 overs gone. Ireland 72 for 5. They won't mind the scoring rate, but they'll be very concerned about the wickets column at the moment. It's the danger man with the ball for the Afghans, Rashid Khan. He's going to keep that short leg in. It's Asghar Afghan, the captain, at short leg. Big appeal. Given. That's the 6th wicket of the innings. Rashid Khan is on fire in Stormont. Ireland 72 for 6.
Rashid Khan strikes again. Number 1 bowler for the Afghans is doing a job. Big wicket here. The googly again hitting in line. Reckon not picked again, and Rashid Khan with this googly, very difficult to pick, and he's getting it spot on today. And Ireland have no answer. Simi Singh out for 17, 72 for 6.
Simi Singh was LBW Rashid Khan for 17. New batsman for Ireland is number 35, Andrew McBrine.
Well, welcome back to Stormont. And if you're just joining us for the first time today, Ireland are in all sorts of trouble. The number 8 batsman is Andy McBrine. He's coming to the crease. Not about 90 minutes into play here today. Just 17 overs gone. And they're going to need Andy McBrine to bat a lot of time here, Ireland. Their innings is currently in tatters.
And this man, Rashid Khan, absolutely brilliant with that googly. He bowls it at such pace that once you don't pick it, you've got no chance. And today he's been spot on, bowling it within the stumps. And the delight. Just looking for the Afghans, just looking for another wicket here. Just sense that they can close this innings out right here, right now.
The men are now swarming around the bat for Afghanistan. There's a slip, a leg slip, and a short leg. Big appeal, this time surely outside the line. Alan Neil took his time over that second decision, but it looked to be the correct one again.
Decision again, because it hit, struck in line. This one is the leg spinner. And there's a lot of excitement outside off stump, but excitement, and you know why, because Afghans are on top.
Rashid Khan showing all his variations. And this is no surprise to see Rashid Khan right up there in the ICC ODI rankings. He's of course top of the T20I rankings, and he's number 2 in the ODI rankings. He's such a threat with the ball in hand, and he takes wickets at such a rate.
And number 2 with his great variations.
62%.
Another big appeal.
Bowls it quickly, bowls both his variations quickly, is quick through the air, difficult to pick, and more often than not that just going down the leg side is there and thereabouts. So he gets a lot of LBWs, gets a lot of bowls because he bowls stump to stump.
Andy McBrine in all sorts of bother here. Sensational over from Rashid Khan. Ireland 72 for 6. Look at that Ireland batting card, 2 men and naught at the wicket. Highest score in the innings of just 17 from Balbirnie and Singh. And after winning the toss and batting, Ireland in all sorts of trouble here. And the buzz in the field from Afghanistan as primary spinners are all.
Can you just check that for me, please?
Mujibur Rahman into his 7th over.
जोमेटो से ऑर्डर कर देता हूँ। आ जा मुँह में। हाँ? जोमेटो आ जा मुँह। आगे दे देता हूँ। ये सब तो खराब हो जाएंगे 1-2 घंटे में। फिर अब 1 घंटे पहले खाओगे ही। फिर खराब हो जाएंगे। ये तो चला गया। आगे बढ़ देता हूँ। सूट जो बंदूक लग दी जीवन विच बंब गोली